I've just come into town and I have gone and left my glasses on the bus. I actually saw them go away, but I'm not gonna let it ruin my morning. I'm coming to Dishoom to try their Burns supper breakfast special. Oh, I saw Zoe there, but she's just disappeared.
It's like a banana smoothie, but also tastes like orange juice, and it's weird.
Orange juice? Well, mine tastes like orange juice.
That looks good. Honey chili chocolate.
Right, so we've got the, what was this? The bacon naan. And then the haggis pow, which looks like rolls, haggis, eggs, bacon, and like a jam. Does that look worse? Rachel in the wild. I've just got back from Dishoom for breakfast, which was lovely as always. I've actually never tried the breakfast, I think I've said that before, and I'm gutted that I haven't because it genuinely was so good. So I think we're going to go back again next week. And then before I go home, I just quickly popped into Store Coffee, which I wanted to try, which is just at the top of Broughton Street, which is such a nice coffee shop. I'm gonna need to go back and sit in actually in the cafe because it was really sweet vibes in there. But yeah, I just got a takeaway so that I can go home and get back to work for the week because it is a busy week and it is windy. I'm also just having one of those days where everything seems to be going wrong because my shoelaces keep coming untied, which is annoying enough. But now I also can't see because I've left my glasses on the bus, and as the bus was going away I could actually see them sitting on the seat, so that was really frustrating. Hopefully they get handed into lost property and I can go and get them back and get my vision back. I don't know how I feel about this and I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm just walking home and it's really loud because it must be school break. So I've had this mic for a little while, I've plugged it in, and to be honest, I've not really tested it. I'm hoping it might block out the background noise so that it's not as annoying. And if there's any traffic, which I've had in the past, then it'll be a bit more manageable to listen to because I do find it unbearable. One thing I just wanted to talk about quickly whilst I am on my way home, because I was just thinking about it. I just had a lovely breakfast with Zoe at Dishoom. I said already, but genuinely it was so good. It's one of those chains that I love to go back to, and I don't really support chains all that much, but I do love a Dishoom and I will never ever stop going. And as the first time trying their breakfast, I can confirm it really does live up to the hype. I've only ever been there for dinner, which is also amazing, but the breakfast, really good. And that and the dish that I was there for was the haggis pow. Unreal. I wish they had that there all year round because I do love myself some haggis. But I digress. Zoe mentioned how this year people are going a bit more analogue. And to be perfectly honest, when she first said it, I wasn't entirely sure what she meant by it. But I have seen a few people kind of talking about it, chit-chatting online about going analogue. So I did a quick little Google search just to see what the trend really is. And it genuinely is just as simple as people taking up hobbies and doing more things that reduce their screen time, basically. Which, if you saw one of my other videos, you'll know I'm in desperate need of. Joe had calculated one of my screen time weeks. I think it was over Christmas and New Year's, and my screen time for the week was over 10 hours, which is absolutely abysmal. I'm sure you can agree. And yeah, to be honest, I don't know what else I wanted to say about it other than I think it is such a good trend to be going around and having more people spending less time on their screens and just doing more real life things. And some examples, I guess, would be, at least for me, would be taking up knitting. And I do think going analogue this might be biased. I do think it's easier for someone that's quite creative. Like, I thrive doing different creative hobbies. In fact, I saw something online yesterday that I very much resonated with, and that was one of my hobbies is taking up new hobbies. And the longer you're here, the more you'll probably realize that, because I just love starting new things and learning new skills, whether that is sewing, painting, right now knitting. I just love all of that kind of stuff. to the point where I've even bought those, what do you call them, like rug guns before, and like weaving. Like I just love getting my hands in about some new creative project. But yeah, that obviously works hand in hand with going analog because you need to spend time off screen, except for when I need to read instructions and watch YouTube tutorials. And I guess that doesn't really count to me because I'm not doom scrolling and spending hours on TikTok or Instagram. So basically what I'm saying is, if you haven't thought about going a bit more analog this year, then definitely consider it. Do a bit of research into different things you can do. There really are so many different ways to go analog. A few other ideas are just reading books, maybe making recipes from cookbooks, or instead of using your notes app, writing things down in an actual journal or notebook. And I guess that is just my Monday morning thought. But now I'm going to take my little pooches out because they are probably bursting for the toilet and get back to work for the day. And I feel like I look like a right goof with this mic on. It's cracking me up. Hopefully the sound was better. And if it is, I might just have to look like a goofball more often. Right, I'm back in. I've taken the dogs out and I just want to quickly update you with where I'm at with my knitting because I am super proud. I've only worked on it, I think, for a couple of nights. I'm doing the step-by-step sweater by Florence something, and I did a gauge. I didn't do the full thing because, to be honest, I couldn't be bothered, but I did wash it and dry it just so that I could count. And yeah, this is where I'm up to. I've done the collar, I guess you could call it. I'm not sure what it's called, to be quite honest with you. And I'm currently working on the yoke. As someone who's never knitted before, I took the difficult route to do German short rows, which essentially means the back, not that you can really see it, to be honest. I wonder if I can pull this up without losing all my work. There we go. I feel like that's a bit easier to see. But it basically means the back of the jumper has some extra rows just to help with shaping. And that means that the front is still a little bit smaller. But yeah, I'm currently just working round in rows. I think I've got like another 40 something rows to do. So yeah, it's going to take me a little while, but this is where we're at. And I'll maybe update you when I get a little bit further along. I genuinely need to know, does everyone else's dog come over and burp in your face? Because mine do it every day, multiple times a day. Oh, she's laid down now. I'm not even joking. Without a doubt, every single morning that Joe gets up and feeds the dogs, they come running through afterwards and they both sit and look at me right in my face and then they burp every single morning. It is getting out of hand and I don't know if that is a normal thing for dogs to be doing. It is so gross. I feel like I sound like a broken record at this point, but I have just been working today and doing nothing all that crazy. I've just been starting to get ready because I'm going out later. We are going to Fazenda for a little pre-Valentine's date night to shoot some content, which is why we're doing Valentine's on the 21st of January. And while we were getting ready, my bloody lip has burst and it is so sore. And the reason I'm telling you that, because to be honest, I usually would have kept it to myself. Today I got a little parcel in the post from my mum. She was sending up a jacket that I left down at hers, as well as a few other goodies. One of which is this product because I always steal it from her when I'm at home because my lips are always dry, or at least they have been for quite a while now. And she swears by it. But when my lips are dry and really sore, I'm not sure how it's going to work with a cat, but I'm going to test it. This is the product to use. Cymex. I think she said she gets it from Savers and it's super cheap. It's actually for cold sores and it just comes in this little tiny tube. And the one that I took from her last time was honestly like right at its wit's end. It was pretty much empty. So she has treated me to a new Cymex and perfect timing because I'm going to put it on right now. Oh goodness, it is already coming out. That is going to be a lot of Cymex. Way too much. I will say it does taste horrible. So if you've got dry, oh my god, it is still coming out. How do I get this to stop? Maybe if I put the, oh my god, it's actually going mental again. How do I get it to stop? I'm gonna have to hold my finger on it and then quickly put the lid on. Ooh. Yeah, it definitely doesn't taste nice, but it does the job. And I think that is Joe coming in because the dogs are getting all excited. I'm gonna have to turn this way so you can actually see me because it has been so dark today and it's already at sunset time. So as you can imagine, it's getting even darker than it has already been, and I've got all my little lights on already and it's still dark. Tonight we are going to Fazenda, which is a Rodizio experience in Edinburgh. I've actually been once or twice before. So we're going tonight to trial the Valentine's Day menu, which is essentially just the traditional Rodizio experience with a buttered lobster tail to share, and I think you get a glass of bubbly and maybe a dessert. So it's going to be a lot of food, and I will bring you along with me. If you don't know what a Rodizio experience is, all you really need to expect is lots of meat. I don't think it's the best experience if you're veggie or vegan or have any other dietaries. On the table, you get a little card and it's got green on one side and red on the other. And if your card is green, that means that the server is coming around with the meat on the stick, which will make more sense when I show you. They come around and carve the meat at your table, and then once you've had enough or you've got enough on your plate that you want a break, then you can turn your card to red and they will stop coming round. There's also a little, I guess you could call it a salad bar, but I don't know if it would really fall under the salad category there, where you can go up at any time as well, and a few other miscellaneous items from the menu. But yeah, it's always a good one, and it has been at least a couple of years since I've been, so I'm looking forward to going back and just having a little date night. One thing about me and Joe is that we never really tend to celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day, and although this probably won't be our official celebration, in fact it definitely won't be, we will be doing something in February, purely because I'm not a big fan of places doing special Valentine's Day menus. The only reason I'm going to this one is because it doesn't really change things all that much. You're still getting the same experience with one added extra, which you can actually add on at any time of year regardless. So I think it's a nice one where if you see it after Valentine's Day on social media, you still know that you can go and get that and experience the same thing all year round. I hope that makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. Also, what is it with restaurants charging way more for our Valentine's Day menu for the same items that you probably can get from that restaurant all year round as well, except you've got limited choice because they only give you a few options instead of access to the full menu? I just think it's a bit of a funny one, and I'm just not really on board with it. So yeah. That's fine, we'll take it. So what do we think it is? It's just grilled pineapple with cinnamon. Or cinnamon sugar maybe. What are we doing when we get back?
Relaxing. Hee-haw.
Hee-haw.
Put your mouth.
We're going somewhere exciting. We are going to collect my glasses that I left on the bus the other day. So I guess it's actually only exciting for me, but nevertheless, we're going in, checking the bus isn't coming, because if I miss this bus, I would be very gutted. It looks so weird. It is horrible weather, so I've tucked in, and I've got my favourite coat on from Uniqlo. Super versatile, and the hood is actually detachable, so it comes off, and it's perfect for the summer months as well, I imagine. But I need a rant. So, if you lose something, you need to pay to get it back, which is crazy, because why am I having to pay a couple of pounds to get my glasses back when I literally need them to see? Because otherwise, this is what I would be seeing for the rest of time until I get a new pair. Not only do I need to pay to get my lost property back, I also had to book a slot, which is not a problem at all. I absolutely don't mind booking a slot. But when I went on, it's like literally down to the minute. So I had to book it for 12:32 on my lunch break. Now I thought booking 12:32 I'd maybe have a good like 15-30 minutes leeway. No, the end of my slot is 12:34, so I get a whole 2 minutes to go and collect my glasses. So I'm praying that I get there on time or that they're lenient. because you never know. But either way, we're going into town and then I'm going to stay and do some work there to save coming back because I feel like it, and I've been quite enjoying working from cafes recently, as you've probably seen in my videos. The glasses have been secured and I can finally see again. I'm now going to go and meet Zoe and we're going to set up shop in Duck and Waffle because we're going to try this bread that she's been banging on about for ages, and to be honest, I am looking forward to it.
We usually have the events in. I need to sit next to
Is it warm?
you want a bit.
Yeah.
Evil eye you as you take the bread.
I am going to take the bread. I don't want to rip the bread. As good as you say it is.
I mean, you can tell me I'm a shit. It's better when it's warm.
I love honey butter.
Do you love it?
I like it. I love that. It's so quiet, but because there's music on and like it's kind of a vibey place, the mood is just right for working, I think. It's not awkward and also it's not overstimulating like most coffee shops. The only thing is the coffee's definitely not as good, hence why I'm putting sugar in it. What should I Google? Bob Ross
Murderer.
only paints murder scenes.
His murder scenes.
Oh.
He's a serial killer. And we love him.
Oh yeah, Reddit, the first thing, 9 years ago, Bob Ross was actually a serial killer. Do you know what is always the ones you don't expect?
I would expect it from Bob Ross.
Would you?
You don't get that hair for nothing.
Well, that's valid.
Yeah.
Starting my weekend off with a bang by going to one of my favourite deli shops, so I thought I'd bring you along. And although I didn't put it on my YouTube, last year I put up a video about the chili cook-off and their cards have just released, so if you see this at 1 out of 10 this year, here's your sign. But it is this shop here just behind all of this. Oh my goodness, what is going on with the roadworks? There we are, Lupe Pintos. Let's go. I just did a big fat haul, so I might show you what I got when I got home, but most of it is just actually ingredients for chili, because the Lupe Pintos chili recipe is the best. And I feel like I made no sense when I was talking about it before, but every year they put on in Edinburgh and Glasgow, it's what they call a chili cook-off. Oh, I'm back and it's less windy. Basically, they get a bunch of local businesses in each city to compete, and on the day you go around and you get a taster pot of every single chili and you mark it out of 10 for like, I think, taste, texture, those sort of things. And yeah, it's just a fun day out of eating chili and drinking, and everyone gets all dressed up. But in order to be in with a chance to actually get a ticket, because they sell out every single year, you need to fill out one of their loyalty cards, and that basically just makes sure that the people that get to attend are actually loyal customers of them. Anyway, I thought because I'm in the area, there's a little cafe that I wanted to check out, and we are here. This is the place. I never know what it's actually called. On Google it's called the Glock Arno, but I think it's actually Nukin Chakafi Studi. Let's check it out. I feel like this is probably quite controversial, but I just hate when prawns come in the shell. I've obviously just peeled it just now, but what a faff, honestly. I don't know if it's just because I don't know how to do it properly, but I know they taste better when they're cooked in it and they look better for presentation, but please just peel it for me. I am just a girl. Okay, I'm going to go finish this and then I will check back in when I leave. The team are so nice, they just brought me over this. Like, how sweet. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's like a hojicha chocolate, but I'm not entirely sure, so let's dig in. I've tried hojicha once before when I was in Antwerp, And I don't know if it was my absolute favourite, but I'm going to give it a try because they did bring it over. They did give me a fork, but I feel like I want to eat this with my fingers. So let's just go for it. There's so much going on in my mouth right now. Let's give in chocolate, earthy, maybe a bit nutty. And I'm going back for more, so that must be a good sign. Okay, I said I was leaving. Now I'm going to leave and I'll see you after. Well, that was freaking delicious. The wee old lady in there, I think she was the one cooking. She was so sweet. Her little smile just made my day. And because Joe couldn't come, I'm going to stop into this bakery next door, which is one of my favourite Asian bakeries, and pick them up something if they've got anything left. Oh, it doesn't look like they've got much, but let's see. Success, the bun has been secured. There was only one that I think he would like, so we're gonna see if he wants it, and if not, I'm sure it'll get eaten at some point. It is Burns weekend this weekend, and I am going to a Burns supper tomorrow night, which I'll bring you along to. So I saw online that there is actually a new painting of Rabbie Burns at the gallery, so I think there's now two, so I wanted to go along and see it and get in the full Scottish spirit. Okay, quick haul from Loopy Pintos as promised before I go and drop off my vintage parcel and collect one because I'm addicted to shopping. I told you to tell me to stop shopping and I'm still doing it, but anyway. So I want to make the Loopy Pintos chili recipe, which I think I spoke about earlier, but I've had a mind blank, so I'm not sure. Either way, these are the ingredients that I needed. Other than canned tomatoes, which I've already got, I got some canned, what do you call them? I don't even know why I'm saying canned. Tinned red peppers. Yum. They make it so much better. These are, I'm going to butcher this, chipotles, diced chipotle peppers. You do get these in a can, but I find that you only need like a teaspoon or a tablespoon. I can't remember. So if you use the can, that's it open and you kind of have to use it relatively quickly afterwards. But if you pay like an extra £1 and get this, it lasts a bit longer. Chili seasoning. I don't think this is necessary, but I do use it because it is so much easier. Last thing that I needed for the chili, because I'm going to get the mince when I use it, or maybe use some that's in the freezer. Chorizo, which the guy absolutely rinsed me for, for the way I pronounce it. And then you cannot go to Loopy Pintos without getting their guacamole and salsa, which they make in store. Delicious. I will say, I think I do make a better guacamole myself, but the effort that goes into that, and this one does actually last. It lasts a good few days. And the salsa is unreal. Mine never tastes as good as this. Another non-negotiable for me when I go to Loopy Pintos is the La Fonda corn tortillas. The packaging is nothing special. There was only 2 left, but these are unreal. £4.50, which is on the spennier side, I'd say, but they are worth every penny and you get loads inside. So they last ages and they taste way, way, way better than any tortilla that you get from the supermarkets. And I've tested them all. I also got, I don't always pick these up when I'm here because again, these are on the pricier side for like how thin they are. I don't know if you can tell, but they sell burritos that they make themselves in the freezer and you can cook them from frozen. So perfect food to just shove in the air fryer if you ask me. And there's 2 of them. So one for me and one for Joe if I'm feeling generous. And I got the, which ones did I pick this time? Oop. I got the pork ones, but they do a whole range. Last things I picked up purely because I cannot get them in Lidl when I do my weekly shop. They seem to always be out of cumin. And all of the recipes that I want to make at the moment seem to be including cumin. So it's very much been on my mind. So when I saw how big these bags were, I was like, damn, I'll just get these and that'll last me for God knows how long. So I got some Indian ground cumin. And if that's not enough, I also got some cumin seeds. So safe to say my kitchen is very much smelling like cumin, which is not a bad thing, but it is quite strong. And I think that is me. The only other thing I picked up on my way home for tomorrow, because it is Burns Day, Burns Night, Burns Day, I needed to have an iron brew on hand. So I wanted to get a little bottle, pop it in the fridge. This is not my go-to iron brew. I don't like the iron brew extra. It doesn't taste the same. My go-to is the original recipe iron brew, and I either wanted it in the can or the glass bottle, but alas, they did not have any. So this one I'll have to do, which is just the normal, regular, full-fat iron brew. So I'm going to pop it in the fridge and get it nice and cold, ready for tomorrow. Because what would Burns Day be without an iron brew, honestly?
Should I put them in my hands as well?
No. Wiggle them about. Go on, try it. Try
I'll
it.
do videos.
What are we going to do?
Bow bun making.
It might just be us, who knows, unless everyone else is late.
I love this one. I'll just do mine. Yeah.
that was possibly the most wholesome Sunday activity that I could have probably ever done. I had so much fun, and if you do like getting hands-on and doing something a bit crafty off screen, and also making something that you can eat, then I highly recommend the Bow Workshop. It was £35 per person, which I think was so reasonable, and the little lady who was running it was the sweetest ever. She was so freaking adorable, so helpful, and yeah, she was just really, really kind, which made the experience all the better. What I was saying was I'm now going to head into town and go and celebrate Burns Night the proper way with a Burns supper. I'm not entirely sure what to expect, but I do know that it's going to be a lot of fun, and some of the girls are going, so yeah, looking forward to that. Against all odds, and actually quite out of character, I am early, and I'm early for the early drinks, so I'm going to go and sit in the green room, which is where we're meeting, grab a drink and wait on the girls to come. And my camera is about to die, so I might just take a couple of clips on my phone of the night and share them for you to see. But other than that, I am signing off for the week, and I will see you next week.
His knife see rustic, labour dicht, and cuts ya up wi' a slecht.
When I first got it, I loved it.
Can I steal? Is that gonna ruin your?